Life throws us curveballs, moments when we need to gather, remember, and say goodbye. It's during these times that Casey Family Options Funerals and Cremations stands with you.
They offer a wide range of affordable options from traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life. No matter your family's wishes, they can create a meaningful tribute without breaking the bank.
But here's the thing, affordability does not mean they cut corners. At Casey Family Options, they believe every life deserves a beautiful send-off.
So when life throws you a curveball, remember you're not alone. Casey Family Options Funeral and Cremations, affordable care with endless compassion.
Visit them online at CaseyFamilyOptions.com or call today for a free consultation, 262-653-0667.
Hey, Donnie, you want to help me move this weekend? Don't be that guy.
Your friends do not want to spend all day lugging your crap around for a few beers and pizza.
When you're looking to relocate, call on About Time Moving Systems. They have over 20 years of trusted 5-star experience.
Find them online at AboutTimeMoving.com. Your friends and your body will thank you. One bad day can lead to many more when the law becomes involved.
And if your one bad day leads to the need for experienced representation, call on the law offices of Frank J. Parise.
Parise is more than just a local rock star. This born and raised Kenoshan specializes in misdemeanors, felonies, DUIs, drug charges, domestic violence, and juvenile law.
Save this number in your phone now, 262-656-9906. You never know when you might need Frank Parise. He is here to help you.
On this episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, we dive into the arts as we connect with the owner and art educator of the brand new Reid Street Studio. We welcome Emiko Chiappetta. Cue that music.
Hey there, Kenosha. How you doing today? This is Jason from Ktown Connects, and I'm joined with my wonderful and darling, good-looking co-host, Donnie. How you doing today, Donnie?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the great intro there, Jason.
No, Donnie, you had the intro before the song.
That is true, but thank you for that warm welcome to your co-host here.
Oh, you are so welcome.
And I just want to say,
in my cave down here.
You are looking handsome as ever.
I love that shirt.
Thank you. Would you like me to get you one?
Could you?
KennyFlowers.com, even though they're not a sponsor.
You did not get that Vintage Underground?
I did not.
Oh. I don't like the shirt,
it's a shame.
Yeah, that shirt sucks.
It's a tropical day. It's super hot out today. I figured let's act like we're on vacation
That's
or something.
Not local.
Well, that's what we do here. So what's new? What's going on with you? It's been a while since we recorded a show.
It has been a hot summer down here in Kenosha. It has been a while.
Yeah.
It seems like we just recorded.
Yeah, I think we did because we just had Quinn's About Time Moving come out.
That was a great episode.
Oh my God, one of the best we've ever done.
Well, they're all the best we've ever done.
You're right. Every episode they get better and better, especially this episode. This one is going to be a blockbuster.
Well, we got two great guests in here. One of them we're kind of focusing on. Another one's kind of here just for visual appeal kind of thing.
Yeah, well, sex appeal, I like to call it.
The hair doesn't speak for itself.
We could say, wow. Now you're going to be a two-time guest on
one
the
of
show.
our few two-timers.
You're going to be part of trivia questions. Yeah.
Oh,
Two-timer over here.
Wow.
Two-timer Tony.
So for our 200th episode spectacular, he'll be a trivia question.
Yes, he will.
Name the guests that have been on two episodes.
Yeah,
that is
you're
an honor.
going to be
That's
part.
a good one.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah, he's a star.
Well,
But you're the star
we all know it,
today.
Yeah, he's,
that's
just,
right.
he's just background. He's,
He's here to make
he's
sure you
window
say
dressing
everything
today.
right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's actually the opposite, but all right.
All right, well, we are here recording today direct from the A Plus Mobility Recording Studio in beautiful downtown Kenosha.
Wow, Donnie, this is a great recording studio. Did you know that A Plus Mobility is the area's newest mobility and home medical equipment store?
I did not.
Oh, well, now you do. Ashley has the knowledge to help you make the right choices for yourself or your loved ones. So stop in A Plus Mobility, 2324 18th Street, and visit their website, aplusmobilitysolutions.com, for, get this, more.
You know, that more always gets me.
Love the more.
Yes, the more is the best. Go check out A Plus Mobility. Say hi to Ashley for us. She's a great person.
I met a girl on a date site. She said she likes this and more. And give me the more, honey. Give me the more.
Also, what a rocking theme song, huh?
The Kenosha O is what really was solidifying that for me.
Something.
Yep.
We want to thank Droppin' Daisies for that.
Yeah,
great
local
theme
band
song.
Dropping Daisies did a great song. Hopefully they're coming back soon, electrified and everything.
I
their
talked to
drummer,
Amy the other day.
She's healing up.
Yep, they're
She
ready.
had some shoulder issues. She couldn't play drums, so they've been doing acoustic shows throughout the summer.
Ooh.
But they're ready to
Drummer
rock.
needs her shoulders.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
would make it hard. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So she's coming back, though. Then Dropping Daisies will be back.
I
Coming
can't
soon
wait.
to a venue
I
near you.
can't wait. And you know what's back?
What's back?
Public Craft Brewing Company.
Woo-hoo!
That's what's brewing here in the A Plus Mobility studio. We are drinking some light lager, courtesy of Public Craft.
I'm drinking the.
What are you drinking there, buddy?
Reaches for Peaches.
Oh,
It's a
yummy.
peach blonde ale, which
wow.
is delicious on a hot day like today. Ooh.
They do great stuff down there at Public Craft.
And they just
really
changed
do.
over with Lakefront moving in, but they're keeping kind of the same kind of thing down there. So stop on down and check out, see what they got. But that's Public Craft Brewing, located at 628 58th Street. Check out their website, publiccraftbrewing.com.
All right, we are. Yeah, that was a mouthful.
We got it.
We did it. We nailed it.
We did.
All right, we are here with Emiko Chiappetta.
You got it.
And she is the proud owner of Reid Street Studios. But we're going to get into that a little bit later. We're going to get into detail what you're doing with that, what it's all about. But right now, we want to get to know you as a person and your connection to Kenosha.
Love it.
So, born and raised in Kenosha?
Born and raised, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
what side of town?
So I grew up on First Avenue, actually.
First Avenue.
I know.
There's not many First Avenues around.
I know.
Wow.
It's the First Avenue. Yep.
So that's right over in the Allendale neighborhood?
Allendale. Yep. Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So my dad is a sea captain, and so he wanted to see the water.
Oh,
so
I like what you did there.
Where else to
Where
go
he's
but
at
First
home.
Avenue? Yep. So he and my mom are from Chicago originally, and they built a house. I think 1983 was when they built the house.
Okay.
And he was kind of like Kenosha famous at the time because everybody heard like, oh, there's a sea captain coming in and he's building a house on First Avenue and this is something new and exciting. And
And what's
That's
his
a
name?
big deal.
Ishmael. Yep. The irony, right?
Wow.
I'm not joking about that. Yep. Ishmael is his first name. Yep.
All right.
Captain Ishmael?
Captain Ishmael. Yep.
Is that what you had to call him instead of Dad?
No, I called him
okay.
Dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
His
Dad-
nickname
Daddy,
was
actually.
Miley,
Yep.
though, so
Oh,
that's
Miley.
also.
Yeah, he's from Turkey. So
really?
Miley means little one or sweet one or something in
okay.
Turkish. I couldn't tell you honestly, but
Captain.
we can go with that.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
We can go with that. Yep. Yep.
Captain Ishmael.
My brother used to call him Captain Miles.
Captain Miles.
Yes. Yep.
So, do you know the backstory? Why did your dad become a sea captain? Just there was a passion of
Because he was on the water
Kind of,
and they
yeah.
named the captain.
Honestly, like he just really liked the water, and so he, I think, was supposed to go into engineering, but then ended up going into the Navy, and he
Okay.
got into sea captain.
So it's like a naval thing, not just didn't just have a boat kind of thing.
Yeah, well, so
Or both.
he worked on the ships with like the LNG oil with the big oil tanker bubble things.
Oh.
Which was actually not connected to the Navy, so it wasn't a naval
Okay.
job, but he was also in the Navy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you play both sides.
Interesting dude. Yep. Yep.
Well, your friend's like, oh my God, a sea captain.
Kind of, yeah. It definitely makes me a little different from the average, you know. Like,
Now, when he came to Kenosha, did he own a boat or anything? Did you go out of Lake Michigan?
we had a sailboat. I think I was like 6 or 7 when we bought it. So, unfortunately, I get super seasick.
Oh.
It was very sad, I know. And so does my mom, and so does one of my 2 brothers. So,
So your dad's like, I need to get the hell out of this
kind of,
family.
yeah. And then he took us out once onto Lake Michigan,
Oh, no,
and the boat was in storage for all winter. And so he takes us out, and all of us are already kind of like, not feeling. And then he starts to like raise up the sails, and these spiders just start floating down, like slowly. And we had a little schnauzer, and the dog was on the boat, and all of us were like trying to jump overboard, and my dad's like holding our life jackets, and so that was was very short-lived.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we did have a boat, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He
So
was
then-
very disappointed in all of us.
So going forward, your dad enjoyed the boat probably
He did,
solo
yes,
or with
all
his
by
buddies
himself.
kind
Yep,
of thing.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
Tony, do you ever get to go on a boat with him?
No, I
No.
did not.
No.
Oh, you get seasick too?
No, I'm totally fine on water. I used to fish a lot, but now I just.
Oh,
I would be willing to bet you get seasick.
No, you think so? Yeah, I think I'm fine. Yeah, maybe a few beers. And,
That's true. That'd be
especially the public
Yes.
lager is spectacularly great
A
for
solid
being seasick.
crossover, yes, yeah,
Really
yeah.
makes you feel good.
Yep, that's true.
So, Emiko, tell us about your first job.
So for first job, I worked at the Gap at the Outlet Mall, and that was very.
The mall had a Gap.
They did.
I know they were that classy.
Yeah, they still know that. Well, the Prime Outlets.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about the other one.
Gotcha.
So Prime Outlets, not the Outlet Mall.
I gotcha.
And that was kind of short-lived. That was a little more intense than I was anticipating as a freshly 16-year-old with no life skills, really.
Did you deal with any shoplifters?
No. It was just, I didn't want to work one day, and they said I had to work, and I was like, I quit. I don't really want to do that. So and I got written up, and then that didn't feel good, so that didn't last long.
did you get a wardrobe from there at least? Like you probably got a cheap
I'm sure
discount.
I did. Yeah, if I know myself the way I do, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Lots of shopping.
So you're just
We're married for a reason.
I'm done with this.
Love shopping, but yeah, it turns out didn't love working there.
So
That
when
works.
you're in high school, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you have any idea?
Well, so
I don't know this. I don't
What?
know this.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
Well, shut and let her answer. Tony.
Let's go.
It's like couples therapy. It's fun.
Brought to you by
we charge by the hour.
No, I always wanted to write and illustrate kids' books. That was something that I really wanted to do, which maybe still might be something that I do somewhere down the road. I don't know that I wanted to do anything in particular. I did not want to sit at a desk all day. That was the one thing that I knew that was not going to be a thing that worked for me.
So growing up, you didn't really know what you wanted to do.
Correct.
When did you find what you wanted to do? Have you? And you seem like you always want to do so many things.
True.
And create.
True. It's true. So I went to college. I actually went to college initially for psychology because I thought it was the most interesting thing. And
When did that trigger in your brain? That's what you wanted to do.
that was probably in high school.
Okay.
Because we had.
You went over to Tremper?
I went to Tremper. Yep. And Crystal, and I cannot think of her last name right now, and I don't think it's the same anymore, but she was one of the counselors at Tremper, and she was awesome and just did a really good job of connecting with students, and I just really liked her a lot, and I was like, that kind of looks like a fun job. And then I took, I don't know if it was AP Psych or regular, some psych class as a senior, and I loved it because you learn about how your brain works and why you do the things you do, and so I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So when I went to college, that was my major initially, was psychology, with the intention of being a school psychologist.
Okay.
So that was my original goal as an 18-year-old.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you have to take stats to be a psychology major, and I don't do math. Well, right. So
There's a lot more to it, yeah.
I didn't even try to do it because I was like, there's just no way that I can do that. Maybe now as a full grown adult I could, but back when I was 18, 19, no way.
So what kind of kid were you in high school?
Yeah.
I was a good kid. I was a really good kid.
You look like a troublemaker.
No,
to
well,
me.
now I am.
Oh, okay.
Now I am.
All right, came in reverse.
Look at who I'm married to. No, I was
handsome devil
I was a
Tony over
really
there.
good kid. Never did anything wrong in high school. Yeah,
Never had detention, anything?
I had a detention in 8th grade.
What did you do?
I had a Tic Tac at the end of gym class because I hadn't brushed my teeth that morning and I was embarrassed. And so I asked a friend for a Tic Tac and I got a detention because there was no food or drinks in the gym.
Wow, that is,
That
you
was
are
my
a real
one and only
troublemaker.
detention in life. I know.
You're a rebel.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't serve it because my mom got mad, but
It was just a fucking
which honestly, I respect Nancy, but
So you good studying, you weren't a troublemaker. Come on. How was the first time you cracked a beer in high school or something?
Never.
What?
college.
Oh, okay. That's when
College.
it came out.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And even college, I failed my first semester. I will tell you that.
You failed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
You knew that. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I
You failed
flat
your
out
first
failed,
semester.
yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what were you,
I
just overwhelmed by the experience?
Well, she had her first beer.
Oh, I have my first beer. No, it was more
It's mine. It's
so.
non-alcoholic.
No, it was more so. Whoever set up my schedule, I had philosophy at 8:00 in the morning, 4 days a week, which. I mean, I distinctly, and fortunately, I met a lot of my really good college friends in that class, so it was fine. But people were sitting there talking about, like the tree falling in the forest and something about a chair, and I was like, "What are we talking about right now?" I had no idea what we were talking about. And then I was in like a social group, which was my college's version of sororities. So we had parties on a Wednesday night, and so. And then I had a psych class, which was fun, but also shouldn't have taken it as a freshman. And then a math class, which no. So it was.
You're
it was
the
just,
worst at math.
Yeah, I am honestly. I will be the first person to tell you that. So it was just. I was not set up for success. So
Now, what
much.
college did you go to?
St. Norbert College.
St. Norbert.
Yep.
My uncle went there.
I love St. Norbert. Love it.
So, how did you develop your love for art?
So in high school, I took art classes. So I went to St. Mary Elementary School all the way through 8th grade. We did not have an art teacher at all. So we did, I can't think of what it's called now. Oh my gosh, we had like a video, Mark Kistler. Say yeah to drawing, say no to drugs. That was a whole thing that he did. I can't think. Draw spot. That's what it was called. It worked really well for me. I was very into the draw spot. And literally, he would just kind of. It was a video, so they'd pull in the TV and put the little, VHS on, and he would teach you how to draw like 3-dimensional shapes, basically. And I liked it, and I was like, "Oh, this is like pretty easy. I can do this." And then I got to high school, and I took an art class, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun. I'm actually good at this." And then I just kind of kept taking them after that.
Just found your love.
Yeah, I mean, I was good at it, as it turns out.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are going to be super famous with your new business, and we're going to talk about that when we come back from this break.
Woohoo!
Hey, where are you going?
I'm getting down to Frank's Diner. They're only open for breakfast and lunch, so I gotta hurry.
What do they have down there, Jason?
Amazing food. They have their world-famous garbage plates, but so much more. Fantastic homemade French toast, delicious sandwiches for lunch, and be sure to check out their daily specials. They're always coming up with something new and different.
That's Frank's Diner, located in downtown Kenosha at 508 58th Street. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the local market, Shannyn Franklin of ReMax Newport Elite would love to offer her support and service.
Shannyn knows Kenosha both as an agent and a neighbor, and she can help you find exactly what you're looking for.
Find her realtor webpage at ReMax.com or give her a call at 262-960-5182 to begin your real estate journey.
Yay!
Thank you, Angie. And we're back from that break.
And what a break it was.
One of the best breaks we've ever had.
Wow.
Best break of the day, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. And we're here with Emiko Chiappetta, owner of Reid Street Studio. And we are going to dive deep because this is very new to Kenosha.
It is.
And we want to know all about this. So can you just tell us what Reid Street Studio is?
I can. So what I'm hoping to do is offer like weekly art classes on basically a quarterly basis for kids. So I have a preschool level class. I have kindergarten through 2nd grade, 3rd through 5th grade, middle school madness, because that is what middle school is, and then a high school level class. So kids of all ages. And what I'm hoping to do is have kids come back each quarter so that it's like an ongoing art class versus, hey, come and paint a canvas, which is, it's fun. But you're not really learning like the art foundation skills that's going to make you a good artist. So that's what I'm hoping to do, is kind of build kids up. So what I saw when I was teaching was a lot of kids are really into sports, which is great. But the kids who weren't into sports didn't really have a whole lot to do or to offer or whatever. So I'm hoping to provide that for kids that are not as sports oriented as other kids might be. Okay. So that was kind of a niche that I saw in the community that I was like, I could fill this in. So that is what I'm hoping to do ultimately.
And go ahead.
Have you experienced teaching kids before?
I have. So I taught kindergarten. Well, so I first started off, I taught 4th and 5th grade for a year, and I loved it. It was a class that you loop with the kids. Okay. So when I was student teaching, I taught in West Dallas with this group of 4th and 5th graders. I got hired there, so I got to teach my 4th graders as 5th graders.
What year was that?
2011.
Okay.
So long ago.
1942.
Never
So very long ago. So I taught 4th and 5th grade, and then I got hired with Kenosha Unified, and I taught kindergarten at Kenosha Unified for 8 years. Loved it.
Okay.
And then
what schools?
Southport Elementary.
Oh, okay, cool.
Loved it. Best teachers ever. I will stand behind them 100%. Amazing people that work there. And then I started working at St. Joe's, and I taught middle school and high school art at St. Joe's. So I did that for 4 years.
Wow.
So I've kind of literally taught every single grade, and I also I taught 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade for a short time in West Dallas, and then I transferred over to Kenosha Unified.
Now, working for Kenosha Unified in public schools,
Yep.
Did you, I know you're doing art, so
Right.
probably not, but do you have any kind of, strict curriculum you had to follow?
So when I first started, not as much, and then probably 4 or 5 years in, they started kind of adding more of this is the exact curriculum that you're going to be following.
Well, when you were at Southport Elementary, you weren't just doing art. You were doing.
No, I was teaching kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
So I taught all of the subjects in
kinds of
kindergarten,
stuff, yeah.
obviously. Yep.
Algebra and all that.
Yes. Honestly, yes, in kindergarten you do, in fact, teach algebra. It's a real thing. So, it's interesting because none of the schools I've ever worked at have really had, a curriculum that they came in with, so I'm used to just kind of coming up with whatever it is that needs to be taught.
Okay.
I have to figure out how to teach it, if that makes sense.
And for art, it kind of should be.
Yes.
Because an art teacher
sure.
is an artist in
Right,
themselves.
exactly. And so you kind of need to recognize, this is where the kid is at, and this is where I need to get them to, so how am I going to do that?
Yeah.
So as a teacher, you fill in the blanks, basically.
Did you find any challenges working with the KUSD and the establishment kind of aspect of that? Did you have any challenges?
It's a good story.
I did. Good challenges and some tough challenges. My main takeaway from working with Kenosha Unified was there's a lot of kids in Kenosha that have a lot of needs that are not being met. And it was frustrating as a teacher to say, oh my gosh, I see all of these things that are going on, and
You can't do anything about it.
You can't, yeah, and it's really hard to see, because when you have these kids and you're with them for 8 hours a day, it sounds crazy, but they kind of become your kids, and if you're seeing that your kids aren't getting their needs met, you get really frustrated.
We've almost adopted probably
I've got a list of kids.
I want to take them all home.
If they came up today, I'd be like, "Yep, come on, yep,
Literally
come live at my house. It's fine."
Was that kind of the inspiration for Reid Street Studio, where I want to try to reach some of these kids and get their creativity out of them?
Yes, absolutely.
That's like me at the dog shelter. I want to take them all home.
Really, once you get to know these kids, you just see all of the different variety of backgrounds that these kids are coming from, and it's completely different than what I'm used to. But you want to help them make their lives better, essentially.
And I think art makes everybody more creative, their personality comes out, even if they're not really that good of an artist, or just the creativity coming out of somebody is them talking in a way.
Yes. Well, it's so when you're teaching writing in kindergarten, and this should have been my sign from the get-go. When you teach writing, you draw a picture first, because if you have a picture, then you have something to write off of. True. And I love teaching writing, because draw a picture, write about the picture that you drew. So I should have known then, art would make a lot of sense to teach, because I'd have kids drawing these really cool, intricate pictures, and they'd write a couple of sentences about it, and that was my favorite part of the whole entire day was writing. Yep. So
very nice.
Yep.
So it's Reid Street Studio.
It is.
What came up with the name with that?
So when you go to St. Norbert College, which is where I went to college again, I call it my Disney World because it's kind of my like happy place. So we still go there once a summer, and I've got a couple of friends that live up there still, and so we'll do a college reunion, and all the kids run around together and everything. And but St. Norbert, when you drive into it, it's a one-way street, and that one-way street is Reid Street. So as soon as I would hit Reid Street, I could just feel myself like, oh, I'm back in my like happy place. So Reid Street just kind of has a really positive connotation for me.
Now, if a parent is interested in this and getting their child involved, what kind of levels of, I guess, commitment do you offer to a potential client or student?
Good question. So what I'm planning on doing is I will have art camps over the summer, which is I think going to be awesome because parents that are working and what am I going to do with my kid for the? I mean it's
daycare and they're learning something.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I mean I've been teaching for 14 years. I know how to work with kids. I like working with kids. We have 3 kids. I get kids.
It's a few kids.
Yeah, lots of kids. So art camps, I think, is going to be a huge thing. I'm planning on I have an art camp already scheduled over like Thanksgiving break because Kenosha Unified has that weird little half day where parents are kind of like, I have to work today and what am I going to do with my kids? So they can come, they can have lunch, they can do art for a couple hours and then they go home and start their break. And so basically what I'm planning on doing is kind of reversing the school schedule, if that makes sense.
Okay. Or working around it kind of thing?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. So, I have a couple of daytime hours for families that homeschool. I have evening hours for families that are, traditional school. And then I'm going to have camps that are happening when kids are out of school.
Okay.
And your normal schedule that you have right now that we have listed on the website, it is largely
ReidStudio.com.
Reid Street Studio.
Reid Street.
Yep. REID. ReidStreetStudio.com.
But we have it correlated to the school schedule.
Yep.
So it's going to be by quarter.
Quarterly, yes.
And 8-week courses, once a week, hour-long courses during the day. It surprised me because me at the shoe store, there's a lot of people that are doing homeschool now, and it's come up more and more from conversation. Moms have a couple kids, they're bringing their kids at home, for a number of different reasons. They don't trust the school system, whatever it might be. But they're doing their thing at home, and a lot of these families are doing like collaboration with other families.
Yeah.
So they'll have like
homeschool
one mom will, they'll do science and different art. So for us, like we thought during the day, like, hey, this would be a really good opportunity. And so far, for the start of this, we have 100 spots to fill. We've got like a quarter of the way through right now. We've had a good response for the short, social posts that we've had. And things
I was telling Tony, it's been like 17 days since I went live with it.
I was going to say, when did you guys open up shop, so to speak?
I started posting publicly the second week of August, I think.
Okay.
So it has not been
very
long.
new.
Yep.
Yes.
I think this is going to be a big hit in Kenosha once it catches
and Kenosha's
on.
so creative.
Yes.
And it has always been so creative since I was little. We really embrace the arts here, and there's lots of other artistic places here, and they are amazing. But I don't see people who are doing weekly, bring your kid, we'll do some art, we'll work on skills, that's what I'm not seeing. So that's what I'm hoping to provide.
You guys do from age 3 to
18.
18.
Yep.
I mean,
So preschool to high school.
Hey, learn some art.
Exactly, and then you can just keep going with it because you can just build and build and build your skills. And if you're into art, that's a great thing to be able to provide for people.
And you mentioned earlier too, sports is an important thing for a lot of kids, boys and girls, to learn, responsibilities and a number of different aspects. But not everybody's into sports, so I feel
arts is a good way.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like this is an important thing for people to connect with, and it's getting your kids off their Nintendo Switches and everything else,
gosh,
and
yes.
like get off YouTube.
Create. That's the
Mr.
key.
Beast isn't the answer for everything, So
I mean, I think you have some young kids there, in through the years, you'll grow them. Maybe they'll join Lemon Street Gallery and Art Space.
Right.
I mean, it's you're almost grooming. I hate that term nowadays, but you're grooming artists to then flourish from what they have inside and showcase who they are as a person.
Right. And what I think happens in schools a lot is, there's amazing art teachers in Kenosha,
but they can only do so much.
Exactly. And if you've got kids that are disrupting class or whatever might be going on, the kids who are really there and trying to learn might not be getting as much as they could be. So then why not supplement that after school?
At Reid Street Studio, they get 100% attention.
100%.
And that's what it's all about.
120% attention. Yep.
Yes, I like that.
Yep.
So for a student here at Reid Street, what kind of mediums are you dabbling in? Do you do specific classes for specific mediums, or do you kind of do a general, you touch on different things?
I would consider it more of like a looping thing. So working with drawing, working with oil pastels, working with watercolor, working with acrylic paints, working in perspective. So just different skills that, if you're going to become an artist, things that you need to be aware of. So not everything that they do, they're not going to walk out of every class with a finished product. It's not going to be a paint and sip class or whatever the equivalent of that would be for a kid. It's more about
learning
and practicing
and getting your creativity out.
Exactly. Yep.
Because I have a 12-year-old niece who she comes over and kind of fiddles around in my art studio sometimes.
Yes.
And she wants something to be done that day. I'm like, no, you need to work on something. You need to come back and work on more. That's the way you do it.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And that was, because I taught middle school and high school, and that was a really important lesson for them to learn. Is not everything is going to look amazing and beautiful right off the bat. You have to practice, and I would always say it's exactly like a sport, and the more you practice, the better you're going to get. And same exact deal as playing an instrument or playing a sport,
or doing a podcast.
Exactly, or doing a podcast.
Go back and listen
you learn
to
as you go.
one.
What number is this? 152.
Yeah, there we go.
So what kind 827.
Yeah, there we go. What kind of classes do you offer? You offer a lot of classes. I saw online.
Yeah. So right now what's posted online is classes for preschool, early elementary school, later elementary school, middle school, and high school. What I'm kind of working on behind the scenes right now is kind of a paint and sip for adults, but I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be, come and paint a canvas because it's
party.
No. I want the bachelor party.
Yeah,
we like a bachelor party.
Yes, we like.
You want something more creative than the basic sip and straws that just pop up
and they're
everywhere.
fun and they have their purpose in life, and I 100% get it.
But you're more for the arts, more for the creativity.
Exactly.
So I like
come hang out with your girlfriends and have some wine.
Be creative.
So where are you located? Do you have a studio here you're doing?
I do. So we are at it's 920 61st Street.
I was trying to think of where that is.
So Kenosha people understand. So it's the corner of Sheridan Road and 60th, and there's I think it's the First United Church that's right there on the corner.
Yeah.
And what's tricky about it is the building that I'm in is actually on the opposite side of Sheridan Road, if that makes sense. So the parking lot is on Sheridan
Southwest
Road.
Corner.
I don't do directions. I'm sorry.
I know. Her father was a sea captain, and she doesn't do directions.
I do directions. So the parking lot is what's actually on Sheridan Road. The back of the building faces Sheridan Road.
Okay, so you're kind of behind the giant church there on the corner.
It's next to the giant church.
Okay.
So it's a really cool. It was built in 1927. It's an old brick building.
Oh, cool.
There's Kenosha Montessori School. Or no, Kenosha. I'm sorry, I said it wrong.
No, that's right.
It is a Montessori school.
It's not Kenosha Montessori School.
But it's in Kenosha.
It is in Kenosha.
Yes.
Just get a pair of Chiappetta shoes on the telephone pole.
Hang it out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's the shoes. Yeah.
Children's House Montessori. That's what it's called.
Okay.
So Children's House Montessori is in the same building as me, which I didn't know at the time.
It's a great place.
It's awesome. The teachers are amazing. It's
cool.
The lead teacher and I looked at each other and we were like,
you a teacher?
I know you from some, but honestly, I've been telling Tony, I'm like, these people, I was in my studio working on getting stuff set up, and they'd be running over like, "Do you have a stapler?" I do have a stapler. So
I think it's going to be a great relationship.
It is
between you two there,
and we're already kind of talking about like, can I get their kids in at a certain time?
Right.
Because it's all hands-on and very Montessori-esque and everything. So good relationship with the two of them.
So I got to ask this: our listeners, their interest is piqued.
Yep.
They're thinking about this, but they're got to think about the costs. What kind of costs are we looking at for someone to get their kid involved?
So it
different levels kind of thing.
It starts, it's like $28.75 an hour. And then as the kids get older and the skills that they're practicing and the, supplies that they require essentially go up, it gets a little more expensive as the kids get older.
Okay.
But
can't put a price tag on creativity.
Well, and I mean, I've been looking at places in the Kenosha area, and I'm not trying to make $1 million. So I would consider myself to be comparable with other Kenosha places that are teaching art, essentially.
And I think what you're doing, it brings out the people's personalities.
It does.
And that's what we lack nowadays.
Yes.
We need more people who are into art and when they can just open up and put themselves out there in a way. I mean, so what are your future goals with Reid Street Studio? Because you just started. You're brand new.
This is brand new. We don't even start classes until September 9th, so I got a couple weeks to go left. But my goal is essentially to kind of create a space that kids look forward to coming to, that is something different than what is offered in Kenosha right now. And again, I mean, sports are fantastic. I am not an athletic person. I dabbled a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, but we need options for kids. That is something that is, like a weekly event that they're going to, and it's a positive place for them to be, and they get support from somebody that isn't, mom or dad or teachers at school. It's kind of an extra.
Or Mr. Beast.
Or Mr. Beast, yes. And I put in my website, like, obviously they're going to have phones with them, like that,
Right.
That's okay. And it's okay to use your phone to like look up a reference, but we're not going to be sitting and like doom scrolling on our phones.
Just
Like I want you off your phone unless you're like looking up like what a cat looks like or what, whatever the case may be. Exactly. Yeah.
One big thing too was like from when you just started dating, like her dream after she started the education, schooling, and all that stuff, and starting to teach. You always wanted to start a school. You always wanted to start your own school. It's like she had, she's been teaching for a number of years as the business guy. Like I came from the, conservative mindset and all that stuff, and I was like, okay, well, my wife is on the other side of things, and it was a good blend of just, perspectives and everything else. And, we've come this far. 11 years married and everything else, and
15 years together.
And this is a really good thing, I think, for the community and other communities too. Like, people have to get outside of what sports offers a great opportunity for boys and girls, but it's largely a boys thing where I would. Okay, either way.
Everybody needs sports.
It's largely a boys thing.
It's largely a boys thing, and you get to learn structure and whatever it might be with.
Doesn't mean it's right, but
it is. and there needs to be more opportunities, and I feel like this really fills a void in outside of your regular parenting situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
There needs to be other opportunities for people. So
well, and I mean, Kenosha has an awesome
the art scene is fantastic.
Well, and the acting community and plays and musicals. I mean, I feel like we have that covered, which is amazing, and that's what I did in high school, and I loved it. I don't feel like art has been developed here as much as it could be. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Well, that's what you're doing at Reid Street Studios. You are expanding the creativity in Kenosha in the youth from age 3 to 18.
And I just adjusted my Facebook page to say age 3 to 100.
Oh, very nice.
Because we're going to start offering adult art as well. Because I've gotten a lot of people saying what about me? Well, all right, fine, come on in.
Yeah. So there we go. So that's ReidStreetStudio.com. REID. They're located at
You did. That's good.
They're located at 920 61st Street. Check out them on Facebook and Instagram. Check out their classes. Book now. Get creative. and just do it. Come on,
Bring me your
Kenosha.
kids.
Let's do it. Yes.
We can. It's going to be awesome.
That's right, Donnie.
It will be.
And we're here talking with Emiko Chiappetta and her husband, Tony Chiappetta.
Tony.
And
Hey, how you doing?
we're going to take one more break. We're back, wrap things up here with some Ktown Connects and some trivia, I hear. I don't know. We'll see.
Looking for that perfect gift?
We'll contact Aaron Hunzinger of AHDidIt for a fabulous, one-of-a-kind creation.
Aaron specializes in metal, canvas, leather, and wood to bring amazing works of art to life.
Contact him now by finding him on Facebook at AHDidIt. That's all one word.
Where do all the cool cats hang out? At Union Park Tavern, of course.
UPT, as it's called by the hipsters, is located at 4520 8th Avenue, and they serve up great libations and award-winning food.
They're open at 11 a.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. on weekends for a fantastic breakfast.
I forgot to mention they have musical entertainment almost every night of the week and one of the greatest beer gardens in town.
That's Union Park Tavern, 4520 8th Avenue.
And we're back from that break.
And what a break it was.
And now it's time for Ktown Connects.
And our Kenosha Connects is brought to you this week by Wink Beauty Boutique.
Wow.
Sarah and her staff at Wink Beauty Boutique offer great services to make you feel and look your absolute best.
Whoa.
Wink is located at 10909 Sheridan Road, right above the Village Supper Club, and they provide lash treatments, body waxes, facials, and get this, more.
Whoa, I love the more, Donnie.
And guess what, guys? Sarah has great gift certificates available, which will make your ladies quiver with excitement.
I'm excited.
Yes, that's Wink Beauty Boutique. You can go book your appointment today at winkbeautyboutique.com and tell Sarah that we booked you. All right, you ready for the Kenosha Connects?
I am. I'm really excited.
All right, I'll start you out here. Favorite local sushi joint?
Oh, Soon's.
Soon?
Always Soon's.
Okay,
Yep.
even with the new owners? Have you been there?
I haven't been there since
Okay.
the owners.
All
I
right.
will say, and I love Soon's, but we've been going to Sushi Bay. And it's really good. Like, that's actually really good sushi, too.
See, at Sushi Bay, you get it off the belt, man.
Well,
Order off the menu.
we
Great.
do more of like the takeout
Oh, okay,
option. We
okay,
did
okay.
do the belt thing. Our
We
6-year-old.
tried it once.
No, our 6-year-old wanted to
Twice.
go there for something, and it was fun.
The belt's fun.
Yeah.
But I feel the menu is way
Yes.
better.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
typically do takeout, and it's filled the void of Soon's for us while Soon's was kind of out of commission. So
I wouldn't say we have a least favorite.
Okay, you love them all.
Hanada.
well, we do Hanada, Sushi Bay, and
We
Soon's.
used to live
Oh, no?
south side.
Oh, no. Okay.
I believe that Ono is probably better if you eat there
Yes.
versus getting it to go, which again, we are more of a to-go people. So we have not eaten at
Tony,
Ono.
take her on a date for crying out
Maybe
loud, huh?
your mom has the kids, I'm just saying.
Hey.
Monday night date. Hey.
What kind of sushi are you going to be eating? Tony?
You know?
No sushi is bad sushi.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, and where in Kenosha do you recommend someone go for their first date?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thanks.
All right.
Are we going to say the same thing?
I
I was going to say Infocinos.
there you go.
Oh, yay!
Infocinos.
We love Infocinos. Love Infocinos.
So, you're out, you're learning people, you sit down, you meet like 20 people that you know.
We went there on our second date.
Because it's like, oh my god, this guy knows everybody, right? And you sit down and you talk, and then you get the waitresses. Everybody's, it's like cheers.
I rolled my eyes
It's
at her.
right
You couldn't
across
see that, but I
Right
rolled my
across
eyes.
the street from your old place.
Isn't that
I
so
know.
convenient?
Yeah.
No, we do love Infocinos. Infocinos is just friendly, and the food is consistent and great, and we love it.
They got great food, but I worked there as a driver years ago, back when they had no dining room area at all. They had, like one table that you
They've like
carry
really
out.
evolved. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you walk in, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
We had our rehearsal dinner there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
that was a
Yeah.
fine
It was
dining.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, they did awesome. Yep.
Jerry and Frank are like, they're like, I want to say
cousins.
cousins.
Second
No,
cousins.
they're like more like uncles.
Uncles.
They're like,
Oh, they're not gonna like that.
yeah.
Did you support Bell with them in the
I
backyard?
said-
Me and
said
Frank.
cousins.
Oh yeah. So for our wedding, real quick, for our wedding, we gave away my sauce. I made sauce as our, what do you call it, favors or whatever.
He made the sauce 2 days before our wedding. I would just like to put on record.
It was the 4th of
It's a little
July.
stressful.
No, it was like 3 weeks before. It was the 4th of July. We me, my brother, and one of my other buddies, we went to the kitchen, and overnight we made, what was it, like
A lot. So
an
much sauce.
insane amount of sauce.
Yep.
And we made like 500 tiny little quarts.
How much alcohol did you drink while you were doing that?
So much.
It's like
I don't think I paid
sleeping.
Frank back for that, by the way. So it was
Screech's
bad.
spaghetti sauce from Saved by the
Frank's gonna
Bell.
come for you.
No, I got the best sauce in the world, so
It is good sauce. Yeah, it was fun. I was
When you're on for the third time, can you bring us a little sample?
I might. You know
I
what?
like that.
You know
Actually,
what, Donnie?
yep.
I
Yeah.
think you would appreciate that.
I want to try some good sauce.
it's
huh?
It's
honestly
the best. It's great grandma Leon's
I make fun
sauce,
of his
so.
cooking, but like sauce and burgers and mastacholi, which is made with the sauce.
Well, he's going to make the mastacholi burger for you
Yeah.
with that sauce.
Yeah, you do.
So,
I'm going to come up with that. So.
All right, in which Kenosha bar do you think you spent the most money at? Whoa.
We don't go out in Kenosha that
Well, you used to go out before kids, right?
No.
Baseball
Mason's
more
All
often.
the time.
No.
Mason's.
Honestly, Infos.
Infos.
Oh,
Infos.
okay.
Because it was right across the street from the store, so I would meet them there after work or whatever, and so
Drink
I go
tequila.
Infos again. Yep.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they're Friday pour. So we call it
Whoa.
Friday pour. So it's a wine glass, but then they would just like fill it up to the top.
Oh, very nice. No
It was
wonder why
most
he took you
excellent.
there.
I have many pictures of the Friday pour at Infos.
Oh,
Yep.
very
yep.
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So I'd go Infos on that again too.
Which now closed Kenosha business do you wish you could bring back?
Ooh. This is a tough one too.
So as a hockey player, I haven't been to the new bar, but Sullivan's on 75th Street.
Oh, we're up there.
Sully's. Sully's. That was
I
fun.
haven't been to the new location. I wish them well. I'll go in there sometime. So I'm a hockey player. I play men's league for forever and a day. What's the new place? Kiwi.
Tipsy Kiwi. Tipsy Kiwi.
yeah.
Kiwi. Right.
Which looks cute, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
They have a little outdoor area all
Yes,
set up.
I mean,
there.
honestly, they did a fantastic
Yeah.
job. Yep.
Yeah.
I wish them
So-
the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sully's was my I played on the Sully's team.
That was
the home
Yeah.
base,
So,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah. You
Miko?
smell like Sully's. I can't think of anything.
Keno Drive-In?
Yeah.
As of right now?
Yes, actually. Yes.
Ooh.
That's usually a good answer. Isn't it?
Well,
Coffee
so my
pot.
Ah, all right.
no,
you
coffee
know.
pot,
They're coming back.
100, but they're coming back. They're coming back. I'm not worried about them.
Yeah, they're coming
coming
back.
back.
No, Keno Drive-In though would be great. And I have my best friend has kids who are in the dating stage of life now, and that would actually be like a great place for them to go.
Perfect place to get pregnant.
A little popcorn, a little soap. They would never. They would never.
Not your friends.
Never.
No.
Not my friends, no. Angel babies. All of them.
All right, last question here. Big Star or the Spot?
That's another tough one because I grew up on the Spot, but now we're like in Mount Pleasant, which hurts my soul a little bit. So now we're more Big Star.
You
people.
made that happen.
I did make that happen. It's a different story.
You made that
story
happen.
for a different
Totally separate. Maybe a third
time.
visit.
We will happily support both.
All right. That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
All right, that was Kenosha Connects, brought to you by Wink Beauty Boutique. And what time is it now? Ding, ding, ding! It's trivia time. And trivia is brought to you by the Lettering Machine, located at 725 50th Street. Lettering Machine customize almost anything: uniforms, gifts, accessories, school apparel, office attire, you name it. Also, check out their online novelty shop at letteringmachine.com. They have some awesome ready-made designs for you and you and you and you and
They
you.
really do.
The Chiappettas love the Lettering Machine.
The Lettering
for the
Machine
record.
is great.
Love them.
They're really
They've done
good.
amazing things for us.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the trivia today is going to be Emiko versus Jason.
Wait. Hold on.
We're changing it
What
up
kind
here.
of trivia
But it's always been you against the guest, Donnie.
Yeah, well, I'm taking
going
over.
on?
I'm taking over for this episode.
We got a first timer here.
This is going to
Yeah.
be sloth.
Someone might have
A
been busy.
sloth. I love sloths.
I heard that you love
How did you
them.
know that? That's great.
I do my research
That
here.
is impressive. Okay, all right.
All right, we're gonna. Since you're the guest, you're gonna start. Okay, you ready for these?
I'm super ready.
This first one is multiple choice. How many times a week does a sloth go to the bathroom? AKA number 2. A, 1 time. B, 4. C, 6. D, 8.
8.
8 one time. Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
That's right.
Nice work there.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You did your poop research.
I sure did.
I would have said once, but it takes 3 days.
Nice.
Nope, you're wrong.
All right. Done.
All right, Jason.
I'm nervous here.
How long can it take for a sloth to digest one meal? This is multiple choice for you.
I got a chance. Okay.
24 hours?
Yeah.
A month?
Oh, yeah.
6 hours or 1 hour?
I'll go for a month.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right,
Am
all
I going to
right,
win my
all right.
first trivia ever?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
He only goes to the bathroom once a week, Tony.
Mother of God.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Can you imagine? You couldn't. I know that.
Oh, no.
Not with all that sauce.
Way different metabolism.
Slides right out. Yeah.
All right, we got a true or false for you. Sloths are very strong swimmers.
True.
Ding, ding, ding. They actually swim faster in water than they walk on land.
I knew that already.
Oh,
This is
look
fun.
at you.
What a good game.
All right, Jason, you ready for this?
Sure.
What degree can sloths turn their heads? This is multiple choice.
Okay, good.
A, 90, B, 180, C, 270, or D, 360.
I thought it was more in the 500s, actually.
Is that possible? I mean, math is not a good thing for me,
Depends
but
on how many
that's...
public light blockers you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 360. That fucker trying to think all the way around.
No, it's 270. 270. But you were close. All right, 2-1 here. She's beating you, Jason.
What was the answer right?
What's it?
What was the answer?
270.
270.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you. I heard you.
All right, we got another true or false for you. Sometimes sloths mistake their arms for branches and fall to their deaths.
Dumbass.
I don't actually know, but that sounds true to me.
It is true. And because the answer is true, sloths are really dumb. That was by proproofs.com. I found that one.
Sounds legitimate to me.
Sounds
Yep.
legit. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
They
All
sound
right.
like sloth people. So.
Yes.
You're up 3-1.
All right, I'm gonna win it right here.
I like my odds.
Yeah, you are. All right, Jason. Sloths, this is true or false? Sloths can starve even when their stomachs are full.
I'm gonna say true just because you wouldn't ask if it wasn't true.
It's true.
Hey.
Ding, 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 ding,
That's
ding.
good. I would have said true too.
Why would you have asked that if it wasn't true?
But the winner is...
Oh,
congratulations.
Do I get a sloth?
Emiko, no, so you don't get
What do I get?
sloth,
What do
but
I
you
get?
do
What do I
get a koozie from Ktown Connects.
Hang on, I'm going to put my beer in there
Yeah,
right now.
look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes,
Keeps your
courtesy
beer nice
of
and
the
cold there.
lettering machine.
We
Could've
don't,
used that
we
earlier.
don't own any koozies, so this is actually
Boy, I
perfect.
have about 7,000.
And it's only mine. No, don't. I don't want, because
okay.
now I'm the only one that has one.
Oh, perfect.
You see how this
yes,
goes.
I like this. I like
This
this.
is my koozie now.
Tony got a T-shirt when he was on the show last time.
I did.
We downgraded to koozies.
Well, they downgraded us.
Where's your koozie? Where's your T-shirt?
It's a cutoff. I made it into the workout shirt, you know.
I want a workout shirt.
When does he wear it?
I'm going to make this into a workout shirt.
So, Emiko,
It's
I'm
for
going
the
to fit into this koozie.
Emiko, have you ever seen him wear the Ktown Connects t-shirt?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He wears it for
You're
sexy.
such a good
Every
wife.
Sunday
ignores
when
me
he
all the
mows
time.
the lawn.
Oh, you're such
He's
a good
in his-
wife.
Oh, that's perfect.
He's actually in his
perfect.
28-year-old college T-shirt. That's fine.
So it's Emiko Chiappetta. She's the owner and art educator at the Reid Street Studio. That's R-E-I-D. They're located at 920 61st Street in downtown Kenosha. You can find them online at reidstreetstudio.com. Once again, that's R-E-I-D.
R-E-I-D.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much. It was so
Thank
much
you
fun.
guys. This is fun.
Thank you, Tony. Thank
you, guys.
for coming
I really
back on the show
appreciate it.
again. And also look for this episode and many more episodes of the Ktown Connects podcast on Spectrum Channel 14 and the Kenosha Community Media streaming channel on the Roku box. We are every Wednesday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. And don't forget to follow the Ktown Connects podcast on all your social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, aka X, YouTube, TikTok. Drop us a 5-star review or a thumbs up and just let us know what a great job we're doing here. So support the hottest podcast in town.
We got some feedback.
Oh my God, we got some feedback.
What do we got?
Okay.
We'd like to share. So any listeners out there want to share some feedback, want to tell us how we're doing, just say hi, whatever you want to do, hit us up at Ktown Connects at yahoo.com or send us a messenger on our Facebook Ktown Connects page. But I got a message from one of our favorite listeners. I think.
Let me guess, Jake the Weather Guy?
No.
I love Jake.
Jake,
He's a
weather guy
great man.
listens.
Oh, we love Jake.
My
We love
little
Jake.
brother went to school with him. We love him.
He's
Love him.
great.
This was not from Jake. though.
Well, let me guess, Jason Dill?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Jason
Okay.
Dill,
We
you
love Jason.
motherfucker, we love you.
He is our our number one listener here, and I got this message from him. It was on a Friday at 11 p.m.
Sure.
So just to let you know how it
That's right.
goes.
Yep.
But he writes to me, "Hey man, Jason is the best name ever. Am I right? Time to do
is a
shots.
good name.
Where at?"
Is that the same day he messaged me? He was at the port, but we left early.
But
I
I
don't know,
think
but we got
it's
some
I think
feedback
it's
from him.
at the Ktown Connects studio, right? That's where we do
Right.
shots.
Well, but we were not here at
No?
at 11
Yeah, okay.
p.m. So.
I think he saw that we were.
He
at
might
the,
be tonight, though, honestly.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
know. Well, Jason, Dill, one of these days we're gonna get together and we're gonna do a bunch of shots together, and we're gonna get you so messed up you're gonna forget what your favorite podcast is.
And speaking of our Patreon supporters, this episode is brought to you by our subscriber of the week, and that is Lynn Bolton. So thank you, Lynn, for all your support. If you'd like to become a Patreon subscriber, visit ktownconnects.com. Get this. Subscriptions start at just $2 a month.
$2! Whoa!
I know.
I have $2 in my literature.
Wow.
I'm
And
just
that,
saying.
and that gets you. Wait, listen. This gets you.
I'm ready.
Gets you early access to every episode in its raw, unedited form,
Whoa, you know
Even better.
I
Yeah.
where you get to hear Emiko say her favorite swear word.
Oh, that's a fun one. If you went to
So-
St. Joe's, you don't know me.
And you also get every episode of all of our bonus episodes, our bonus series. We got our Is What It Is, where Donnie and I talk about everything. What's grinding your gears today, Donnie?
Well, stay tuned for It Is What It Is, and we'll talk
wanna
about
know.
what's grinding my gears.
Oh, now I gotta pay $2.
Yes, please.
Yep, got it.
We're
On
getting
it.
you out.
It's in my purse right now.
So, Donnie, what a great show here.
Yeah, it really was. Let's thank our sponsors one last time. We could not do it
I just want to
without
add something.
them. Oh, please do.
When we started the show, you were like, "Hey, get out! We're getting this done quick."
Oh, no, he loves us now.
We've been here for 2 hours.
Yeah. Tony and I are very charming.
Yeah.
Very charming, very charming. It was that first shot you forced me before they
It was
even
the
got
Malort.
here.
Yeah. Good old
The
blame,
Malort will get you.
Yeah, it'll get you.
blame it on the Malort. Yeah.
I'll sing now for you if you want.
I want to thank A Plus Mobility,
About Time Movers,
law offices of Frank J. Parise,
Frank's Diner,
Shannyn Franklin of ReMax Elite,
Union Park Tavern,
our good friend Aaron Hunzinger of AHDidIt,
Casey Family Options, Funerals and Cremations,
Public Craft Brewing,
The Lettering Machine,
the Port of Kenosha Beverage House,
Rocket Optical,
Vintage Underground.
and Wink Beauty Boutique.
Thank you all so much. Tony, real quick before I forget, give a
Yes, sir.
plug for Chiappetta Shoes.
Chiappetta Shoes ain't no better than Chiappetta is what we like to say. Hey, been around for 1921 and just doing it every single day. Same thing
Give
since
them your address, Tony. Where do they go to find you?
482075.
Thank you, sir.
And what's that website?
ChiappettaShoes.com.
All
Two P's,
right.
2 T's.
There we go.
And you can go back and find the episode we had Tony and his brother on a couple months ago.
A couple of years
Couple
ago.
months, yeah.
About a year
Yeah,
ago or
last
something.
year
Yeah,
or
last
something.
year. Great episode. You guys were great.
Hey.
So a two-timer right here. Two-timing Tony been on the show. And his beautiful wife. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you, guys.
We look forward to seeing what you do with Reid Street Studio.
Thank you.
So Jason, after all these episodes, I'm still trying to figure out what are we doing here? Oh, we are connecting Kenosha.
I like this stuff. It's yeah. There's a heat warning.
Yard.
What?
Yeah, I gotta use the yard.
Okay, it's fine. If you die, I get your life insurance. So